How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about a very important level that we are about to lose right now in crypto. I also want to talk about some of the most important news that's happening in the market right now. If you guys don't mind, hitting the like button and subscribe button, I appreciate that. Also, there is a link down there to BlockFi. You can see I actually have a good amount of money on BlockFi here, and it is a great place to hold crypto. I talked and spent a lot of time with the BlockFi guys and gals this last week. And believe me, you want an account over there. There's some important stuff happening right there right now. Now, we'll get more into that in the future, but let's take a look at the market. First of all, let me say too, I just got back from the Bitcoin conference. If you ever get a chance to go, it's fantastic. There are a lot of things you can do, a lot of people you can meet that you would never meet in daily life. And I met a lot of the people that watch this channel, from party planners to investors. It is a great community we have here, and I want to thank all you guys for being part of it, and gals, again, gals and guys. So let's take a look at the market here. Bitcoin under 42,000. We broke through support at 42.5. Unfortunately, and now we're actually at a really important place. So we are trying to hold the 50-day. You can see we're battling it out. We actually were up a little bit earlier today, right into the weekly close. We were around 43,300. Now we're back down around 41,850. We really want to hold this support here. If we break through it, could be back down to 40. That's another key psychological area that we have bounced off of before. Now, if we fall through that, it's not going to be the end of the world. Everything is still looking good in crypto. I shouldn't say everything, but there are a ton of good fundamentals. Take a look at some of these tweets. I'm not going to go too in depth on them because I have a video coming out tomorrow on more of this stuff, more of the top news, what's happening in the market, but I wanted to bring these to your attention. Now, actually, I should say too, I made a very long video today, over 2 hours. It was actually going to be a course on everything personal finance. I would highly suggest going and watching part of that. I know it's not my typical video, but I think there's definitely something you can get out of it no matter where you're looking. I do talk about crypto. I talk about real estate, cash, investments, everything. So check out that. I'll put it on the end screen here. But let's take a look at some of the top news. First of all, outflows are continuing. Bitcoin outflows from exchanges is close to record highs. Every time Bitcoin saw this level of outflows, prices rallied over 100%. Now, you can see that is continuously happening over here. Bitcoin on exchanges continues to dwindle down. We also have ETH continuously going down as well. Now, you might be saying, why isn't that affecting the price? Well, a lot of this is OTC. It's going to cause a supply shock in the future. It's just not causing it now. We know that Luna Foundation just bought another, 176 million in Bitcoin. So they're buying this OTC. They're going to continue to do this. They have another 1.3 billion they have to deploy. And then they're going to set up a mechanism to continuously buy forever. We also know MicroStrategy is going to continuously buy forever. There are going to be people that continuously stack, especially if it can be offered in retirement accounts. This is something that is, I think, important to take a look at. How could Bitcoin hit 100,000 this year? A few ideas. More protocols like Luna buy it. I mean, I've talked about that a lot on the channel. So many other projects are watching Luna right now to see how their little experiment goes. And right now it's looking really good. They've gotten a lot of momentum and other projects might follow. Spot BTC ETF is approved. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of hype, but probably even more important than that, it's going to bring in a bunch of institutional investors and a bunch of retail investors. New country legal tender. We have a lot of different countries that have talked about this. We don't know exactly when this is going to happen. A lot of people thought it would happen this week, myself included. I thought that was a good possibility, but it looks like that might be having to come down the road. Petro Bitcoin, as Russia receives payments for oil and Bitcoin. This is coming from friendly countries. They'll accept Bitcoin as payment. And simple supply crisis as mad stacking continues. And that's what we continuously look at. And I think it's important to remember patience because this is not a short game. We're not in here, or you shouldn't be in here, because you want to make 2x gains within the next week, right? A lot of those kinds of investors already left. This is for the people that want to gain wealth, want to preserve wealth, and they're looking for the next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and they have realistic expectations, Remember, the S&P 500 gets 10% a year. In crypto, you can get 10x gains in a year. But that should only be a part of your portfolio, remember, because we have to weigh risk and reward at the same time. So that is something that I think we need to continue to remember, right? We can't just get mad gains unless we take some kind of risk, and there is going to be a supply crisis eventually. We just don't know exactly when that's going to hit, and we don't know what will cause it. Any of these things could cause it, remember. So we will have to continue to watch the space, continuously watch what's happening on chain. I'd say overall, though, this isn't a bad spot. If you had told me a couple weeks ago that we would be around this level after the Bitcoin conference, and we wouldn't have any countries that announced Bitcoin as legal tender, we weren't going to have any kind of Apple announcement, I would say this is pretty good. We're above, we're near 42,000. I'd say I would count that as success considering what wasn't announced. Now, do I think overall it was a bit of a letdown? I think for most people it was. For me, I've spent a lot of time thinking about what is the future of payment processing, and I think the strike announcement was huge, and I think a lot of people haven't wrapped their heads around that. Now, a lot of the big money probably has a little bit more time to think about that and has more heads looking into it, more people looking into what this could mean. I think institutional money is coming, but remember, there's still a lot of clarity that needs to be provided to the industry. And after talking with people on the inside, institutional money is coming, large money is coming, but a lot of them want to wait for more clear regulation on crypto. And that's why I think the presidential order is also important. Now, I will say there's a lot of money in this space, not just for us, but there's a lot of money flooding into the space. There's a lot of money to be made in this space. I would just say, if you're watching this, you're on the right track because you are trying to learn more and you've sat through a lot of the downs over the last couple months, and you're someone that's okay with waiting a little bit longer. And that's fantastic. You know, this is a space that you can make a ton of money over time, but a lot of people get their money transferred to those that are a little bit more willing to wait, right? Those that are a little bit more patient, right? That's what investing is, as Warren Buffett says, is transferring money from the impatient to the patient. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me, especially meeting so many people in person. It was awesome. Thank you guys so much for being part of the channel. Definitely check out that video from earlier because I think it's fantastic. It's by far the most effort that I've ever put in a video. It's over 2 hours long. Check out that video. If you want to know my thoughts on a variety of different subjects, check out BlockFi, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.